Hey guys, Sak here from SAKITECH, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing 10 plus tips to dramatically extend the battery life of your Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. Now the Fold 3 has really great battery life, but this video is going to be for those people that just want to extend it and maximize it if necessary, and also you're going to get to learn a bunch of things you probably did not know about your phone. So let's dive in and get started. So the first simple tweak that's going to give you some marginal extension of battery is going to be if you go into sound and vibration, and if you scroll down just a little bit, and if you go to vibration intensity, what you want to do is you want to reduce the vibration intensity as much as possible, or if you don't like it, simply disable it. The lower the vibration intensity, the less battery consumption. Now this actually could make a big difference for people that get notifications all the time. Some people get more messages, some people get less messages. If you're getting more messages, more calls, this is in fact wasting your battery because there's a little vibration motor in your phone that actually needs power to vibrate. So you can lower these, keep it at middle or something, and you're gonna be good to go. All right, that's number one. Number two, you wanna go to your connections, all right? And then you wanna go over to Wi-Fi, and then you wanna tap on this button right here, and you wanna go to advanced. Once you're at the advanced, you simply wanna enable Wi-Fi power savings mode. So when you enable this, again, you're gonna save battery. Now Wi-Fi is something we use all the time, so this technique is gonna be very important. So it says right here, reduce battery usage by analyzing Wi-Fi traffic patterns. And while you're here, there's a couple things here you can do also to extend that battery. These are just subtle things that extend the battery because every feature in this phone requires some battery power to be used. So if you disable these two features, detect suspicious networks. If you're in the house, you don't need this enabled because your house is not a suspicious network. If you are outside, you can enable this, but if you disable this at the house or the office, you're saving battery because it's less work on the phone. Same thing with this guy. This one here is not even that big of a deal, all right? So those are the things you can disable under Wi-Fi Advanced to get even more battery. Let's continue. And by the way, if you're wondering what case I'm using for my Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3, I'm going to drop a link down below. This is the official leather case by Samsung for the Fold 3. This is the color I like, the brown color, but they have, I think, 4 more colors. Links will be down below in case you're shopping for that case. The best part with this case is when the phone is unfolded, I can actually have it flat on the table. No huge wobble, nothing as I operate the phone. And of course, it's leather, so it's absolutely lovely. The next thing that's very important is the display. Now, display eats most of the battery, okay? So the first thing you want to decide is, do you want the motion smoothness at 120 Hertz, which is adaptive, or do you want 60 Hertz standard refresh rate? There's going to be a big difference in battery savings between these two. So with the standard 60 Hertz, both displays on your Fold 3 are going to operate at 60 Hertz. It's not going to feel as smooth, but it's not going to feel any worse than phones just from a couple years ago. So just make the modification. If you don't feel a huge difference to save battery, you can stay at 60. But if you want that motion smoothness, again, it's going to be up to you. You want to stay at adaptive. I'm going to stay at adaptive for this video, and I'm going to tap apply. But again, the standard version is simply going to get you longer battery life, period. Now, the next thing with the display is you want to make sure you control your brightness properly. You don't need high brightness at all times. It's good to have the adaptive brightness for certain scenarios, but most of the time I disable this and I manually control my brightness. I keep it where it makes sense. The lower the screen brightness, the less battery consumption. And another huge thing under this settings, if you go to dark mode, if you are in light mode, because it's an OLED display, it actually wastes more battery. If you go to dark mode, what happens is the phone is able to turn off pixels on your display, so that saves you more battery. So stay in dark mode if you want even longer battery. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to stay in the light mode, but the dark mode will save you battery. Additionally, if you pinch the screen and if you tap on your wallpaper, what you want to make sure is apply dark mode to wallpaper is also enabled. So when you enable dark mode, the background image also darkens a little bit, so you're getting that battery savings a little bit. The brighter the phone's display, the more battery you're wasting. Now, one more thing that's under connections that you probably never heard about, if you go to your settings and if you go into connections, you want to tap on more connection settings. Once you're here, you want to disable nearby device scanning. When you disable this, the phone again is putting less work out, which means you're saving on battery. Now, what I recommend you do is you read this and make sure this is not something you need. It's not something I need right now, so I'm going to disable it, and that's just going to extend the battery. Another huge thing is if your phone is not operating properly, it is also wasting more battery. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of techniques to make sure your phone is running at optimum performance at all times. So go to your settings and go into battery and device care. On the top here, tap on this button and go into automation. Now, once you're in automation, you want to make sure auto optimize daily is in fact enabled. Okay, disable, enable. If you click it, you get exactly what it does. So I have it set so every day at 3 a.m. my phone just optimizes itself. You can pick any time you want. You can do PM, AM, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, whatever. Let's just do PM. And also tap on this. That's going to close up apps to free up memory. Just by doing that, by optimizing your phone, you're making sure it takes less battery away. And also it makes your phone perform faster, okay? And then also make sure you do this. This is very important. A lot of people don't have this done. I just got this phone, so I'm setting it up as I go right now. So auto restart at least once or twice a week. Monday and Friday I'm going to choose, or let's just go Monday and Thursday. I'm going to choose 3 a.m. when I'm sleeping, all right? And what's going to happen is the phone is going to auto restart Monday and Thursday, or you can do every day. If you want every day, you can do that. Just select all of them, okay? I just think 2 days is enough with Android. It's going to restart at 3 a.m. every day, making sure the phone reboots, refreshes, and operates at its maximum performance, okay? So you want to make sure that's enabled. And of course, adaptive power saving is going to allow you to extend your battery based on your usage. This is completely AI-based. Artificial intelligence is going to do things in the background for you, okay? You can have it on and off. It's up to you. The other thing you can do is, while we're here, go to the battery, okay? And this is something you just want to be aware of. At any time, if your battery is right now, it's at 80%, so no big deal. Let's say I was at 15% and I'm out there, I need that charge. I simply turn on the power savings mode. Once you turn this on, you'll notice that the always on display gets turned off. The CPU speed gets limited to 70% and the brightness gets decreased by 10%. All right. And also, if I disable this, you can also do this, limit apps and home screen. And you also have this option here that's pretty cool. So if you limit apps and the home screen, now when you turn on the power savings mode, your life is going to extend dramatically. So look, press power, boom, you're getting 5 days and 2 hours of battery life on 80% charge. The only thing is you're not getting maximum performance. This is for situations where you only have a little bit of battery life left and you want to extend as much as possible, okay? At 80%, I don't recommend turning this on, but if you have 15%, 20% left, you don't have access to a charger, you're out in the field, you can enable this and you are going to be good to go. When you're done, tap here, it takes you to the regular mode. Now, a few other things you can do, again, to extend your battery life is to turn off features that require extra battery. So let me show you what those are, the big ones. So the advanced features, at the bottom, we have something known as video brightness. If it's at normal, you're good. If you have this at bright, that means when you are using these media players, YouTube, Netflix, the phone maximizes the brightness for better visibility and also sharpens the display. But what happens when that happens is it's eating more battery, period. So you want to keep this at normal if you want to maximize that battery life. The other thing, If you go to sounds and vibration, at the bottom, you got sound quality. If you enable Dolby Atmos, again, it's taking more battery. Yes, you're getting better sound quality, but also wasting more battery. So what if you're not somebody that listens to music or watches YouTube videos all the time? You don't need this, all right? Enable as you need. You can have it right in here. It's somewhere here in Dolby Atmos. If you don't see it here, tap over here, tap on edit buttons, and just grab that Dolby Atmos and right here. And keep it right here. So that means you can enable or disable it as needed, all right? Don't have it on all the time, even for simple things. So that'll save you a lot of battery because it's a feature that requires that extra battery. Now, one more thing that you want to modify to save even more battery is, again, when you have features enabled, you're wasting battery. So go to notifications. If you have the brief enabled, go to brief pop-up and make sure edge lighting is turned off, okay? And the reason you want to turn this off is if you have this on and you get a notification, you get these nice effects. Let me just show you. Let me maximize the size here. Okay, let's change the color. So you see that when you get a text message, you get that nice effect. And of course, the bigger that effect is from here, the more battery it's going to waste. So you can disable the edge lighting if you don't need it. Just go in here, swipe over, and go to none. And that's going to kill edge lighting, saving you even more battery. Okay? So that brings us to the end of this video. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below. Let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day. I hope you learned some new stuff for your Fold 3.